Does Jeremiah state that children are innocent? Let's look at some of the popular citations that are used to prove that children are innocent. Let's examine Jeremiah 19, verses 4 through 5. Here it says, "Because the people have forsaken me and have profaned this place by making offerings in it to other gods, whom neither they nor their fathers nor the kings of Judah have known, and because they have filled this place with the blood of innocents." Who are the innocents as defined in this context? He goes on to say, "And have built the high places of Baal to burn their sons in the fire as burnt offerings to Baal, which I did not command or decree, nor did it come into my mind." So you can see here that the blood of the innocents is separated from the actual killing of infants being dedicated to Baal. If you go on to Jeremiah 2, verses 3 through 4, also on your skirts is found the lifeblood of the guiltless poor. You did not find them breaking in. So, who are the innocents? People who are oppressed adults who are suffering poverty and they were being taken advantage of by the rich. Also, examine Jeremiah 22, verse 17. "But you have your eyes and heart only for your dishonest gain, for shedding innocent blood, and for practicing oppression and violence." So, once again, this innocent blood is going after people for things who did not commit any evil deeds. They were being oppressed for their poor status in society. Also, consider Ezekiel 18 and verse 29. "Yet the house of Israel says, the way of the Lord is not just. O house of Israel, are my ways not just? It is not your ways. Is it not your ways that are not just?" This was said in response to God saying that children should not be put to death because of their fathers. But yet, this was the very thing that Israel was doing. They were insisting that the children of people who had done wrong should be put to death for what they had done. But let's look more into the innocence in the Old Testament, what it means. It has both negative and positive aspects. Look at Genesis 24 and verse 41, where this phrase is also used. "Then you'll be free from my oath when you come to my clan, and if they will not give her to you, you will be free from my oath. His servant would not be held liable if he went and attempted to fulfill his oath." You see again in Genesis 44 and verse 10, "Very well, then," he said, "let it be as you say. Whoever is found to have it, it will become, whoever is found to have it will become my slave. The rest of you will be free from blame." Joseph's brothers would not be held liable if no stolen cup was found in the sack. What about Exodus 2 verse 28? "If an ox gores a man or a woman to death, the ox must be stoned, and its flesh may not be eaten. In such a case, however, the owner will not be held liable. Animals with no reputation for goring were allowed to roam." Let's look at some more examples. In Numbers 32, verse 22, "The land is subdued before the Lord. Then after that you shall return and be free of obligation to the Lord and to Israel, and this land shall be your possession before the Lord." When Reuben and the half tribe of Manasseh fulfilled their oath, they could then leave. Deuteronomy 24 and verse 5. "When a man is newly married, he shall not go out with the army or be liable for any other public duty. He shall be free at home 1 year to be happy with his wife, whom he has taken." That is, he will not be held liable for those obligations as he had other obligations that had priority. In 1 Kings 15 and verse 22, King Asa made a proclamation to all Judah, none was exempt, and they carried away the stones of Ramah and its timber with which Baasha had been building. And with them King Asa built Geba of Benjamin and Mizpah. These people were expected to do something. They were not exempt. So just taking a look at what has been said here in this passage, we can see that the proof texts that are used in Jeremiah to prove that the children are being called innocent simply isn't the case. It's referring to oppressed people in the society who had not committed any wrongs. They were being oppressed by the rich and the elite, and we were able to see what it truly means to be innocent in the Old Testament, meaning that it had both positive and negative connotations, it all wrapped up in the same word.